Okay, we know this is going to be a controversial episode. If you want to watch 107 Facts About Teen Titans instead, you can click on the video in the end screen or the link in the description below, because this video will be about Teen Titans Go. If you want to learn about how Teen Titans Go ended up being made in the first place, you can continue watching this video. That being said, I'm going to start talking about Teen Titans Go. It's a shame that we live in a world where superheroes just want to fight each other and not be bros with one another anymore. However, a group of goofy teenagers who just so happen to be superheroes reject this thinking. The Titans in Teen Titans Go are the ultimate bros and best friends. They eat pizza together, make sandwiches together, and, oh yeah, fight crime from time to time. Hi, I'm JD with ChannelFrederator, and we're here to give you the scoop on these cool teens. So, grab your utility belt and mask, because we're counting down 107 facts about Teen Titans Go. Number 1. Teen Titans Go was created by producers Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelenic. Jelenic had worked at Warner Bros. For a while, and finished working on Batman Brave and the Bold before joining Teen Titans Go. Number 2. During the early stages of Teen Titans Go, Horvath really had no knowledge of DC characters. He had only worked on the TV series Mad before coming on the Titans team. Number 3. Warner Bros. First approached the duo in hopes of bringing back the Teen Titans. DC and Warner Bros. Both wanted to bring back the characters, but didn't know exactly how to do it. Number 4. At the time of its development, Warner Bros. And DC Comics felt that the action-based cartoons weren't doing well with audiences, and so they wanted something different. That's when Horvath and Jelenic had the idea of making Teen Titans Go feel more goofy, rather than keeping the more serious tone of the original Teen Titans cartoon. Number 5. The original pitch was to see what these characters would do outside of fighting heroes. As the show has gone on, they do fight enemies at times, but the core concept of what they do in their downtime is still intact. Number 6. Another key reason DC Comics wanted to bring back Teen Titans was because of toy sales. The show Young Justice didn't sell many toys, and Cartoon Network knew the original Teen Titans series did very well in that department. Number 7. Horvath and Jelenic felt that they were both chosen to lead the project because they had no association with the original Teen Titans cartoon. Horvath felt that if any of the original team of Teen Titans had worked on their new vision in Teen Titans Go, there would be some conflict. Number 8. Both Horvath and Jelenic never really saw the original Teen Titans show. They admitted that they'd seen a handful of episodes, but were never really invested in seeing the whole series. However, they did acknowledge it was a good show. Number 9. Jelenic does feel like the characters in Teen Titans Go are still true to how they were in the original show. The biggest difference is that they're just handling different situations, and aren't as serious in tone. Number 10. Teen Titans Go's new direction was first tested as shorts that aired during Cartoon Network's DC Nation. The shorts were called New Teen Titans, and the 10 episodes that aired were some of the most popular programming in the DC Nation block. Number 11. Jelenic feels that the DC Nation block is what gave Teen Titans Go the chance it deserved. Neither Horvath or Jelenic had any involvement in the New Teen Titans shorts, but Jelenic praised it for giving the show a chance and allowing the Titans to have a new sense of style to them. Number 12. The first episode of Teen Titans Go premiered on Cartoon Network in April 2013, and brought in a lot of viewership. Over 3 million people tuned in for the series premiere. Number 13. The first season did so well that only 2 months later, in June 2013, Cartoon Network officially announced Season 2 of the series. Number 14. Critically, the premiere was met with fairly positive reception. Scott Menzel of IGN said it was a nice start to the series and was good fun. Number 15. Despite the positive reviews, there were some fans that were still upset with the new direction that the show took. Joseph Murphy of What Culture felt that the show fails as a replacement for the original, and especially for the canceled Young Justice, which was canceled shortly before Teen Titans Go premiered. Number 16. Some fans of the original Teen Titans even went to the extent of creating multiple petitions on Change.org protesting that the new show be canceled. Number 17. Jelenic and Horvath were unfazed by the negative outlash when it came to their show. After the cartoon had aired its 100th episode, they thanked all the negative feedback they got from fans. Number 18. The show has its own way of criticizing itself and responding back to the fans of the original Teen Titans. In the episode The Fourth Wall, Control Freak forces the Titans to watch the original Teen Titans show. This is an obvious dig to critics of the show who hate the way the new direction went. Number 19. Teen Titans Go took its self-awareness one step further with the episode Divide and Conquer, which is the same title of the first episode of the original series. In this episode, the exact same footage is used from the original Teen Titans episode, but it's dubbed over with how the Titans would talk and go, making the two series feel abridged.
Yeah, well, can you make milk come out of your eyeball like this?
Number 20. One of the earlier decisions in the show's development was to make each episode be independent on its own and not have any type of continuation. Jelenic confessed that he gets stressed out at the idea of doing episodes that are all connected because he worked on Young Justice and admitted it was difficult to keep up with the whole story. Number 21. While the show may feel distant from the original series, some of the original crew members returned to work on Teen Titans Go. One of the key members was Brianne Druhard, who served as character designer on the original series and came back to be a designer on Go as well. Number 22. Another key member of the original Teen Titans series who also joined the Go team was Amy Wolfram, who was a story editor on the original. Jelenic had always been a big fan of hers and wanted her to join the series as a writer. So much for not bringing on the old team. No conflicts in sight though. Number 23. The new theme song for Teen Titans Go is done by Japanese rock duo Puff Yamayumi. Well, it sort of is. See, Puffy Amayuni did not do a new song for the show. Instead, the original theme song for Teen Titans was remixed by Mixmaster Mike. Number 24. The show's episodes may not be connected directly to one another, but there is still world building going on. Jelinek admitted that he still wants the Teen Titans Go world to feel unique and have a sense of character. It's not just about specific detail and outline, the way other DC comic properties are. Number 25. One of the biggest changes was the shift in art direction for Teen Titans Go. Warner Bros. Enlisted the help of online and media artist Dan Hipp, who they hired to be the art director for the series. Number 26. Jelinek was reserved about hiring Hipp, only because he didn't know who he was prior to working with him. However, it only took one phone call and an in-person meeting for Hipp to become the official art director on the series. Number 27. Horvath had nothing but high praise for Hipp when it came to hiring him. He feels that Hipp's style is felt throughout the entire show, and that it's colorful because of Hipp. Number 28. Carrie Peyton, the voice of Cyborg, personally loves the change in direction for Teen Titans Go. He feels that since the Teen Titans characters themselves have been around for so long, it only makes sense for them to change up their style every now and then to make them feel unique. Number 29. One of the main reasons the showrunners wanted to change the art direction was so that the kids could feel more involved in the show. Having it be more cartoon-like and humorous allowed it to be more fun for kids. Number 30. Scott Menzel, the voice behind Robin, loves the way the show's art style and humor has changed. He feels that it's still part of the DC universe, but he also thinks the overall DC universe feels more dark, and he's happy that he can bring some light to it with Go. Number 31. Both Jelinek and Horvath feel the dark tone doesn't fit with superheroes all the time. They believe heroes are people wearing tights who just want to have fun sometimes, and that it's okay to be silly and not always so depressing. Number 32. Horvath knows for a fact the show will never have a serious tone. He feels the show is for everyone who wants to enjoy it, but he personally cannot see the show going in a more mature or darker tone for any episode. Number 33. Horvath and Jelinek admit they really don't have a set structure in how the writer room works for episodes. They only ask that things actually be funny, and one of the few rules is that they do not borrow jokes or tropes from other shows for cheap and easy humor. Number 34. Two rules that Jelinek believe in are number 1, keep it weird, and number 2, don't be cliche. He feels that these two fundamental ideas are what keep Teen Titans Go running smoothly. Number 35. There are written scripts for each episode, but they change dramatically throughout production. A lot of times, the writers or actors will find better lines to work into the episodes, and the final product is almost as drastically different from the way it was originally written. Number 36. Jelinek is not a big fan of written humor when it comes to cartoons. He says that cartoons that have too much verbal humor bum him out, and he would rather see someone get hit in the face. Number 37. When creating episodes, the producers believe in making the episodes for themselves and the crew. Jelinek feels that if an episode is working for the crew and they're laughing, then something must be going right when creating it. Number 38. But Horvath does keep the audience in mind when creating episodes, because he knows that they're the ones keeping the show running. He wants to write episodes that make kids happy, and it works. Even his own kids watch the show so much that he has to ask them to turn it off because he's so tired of seeing the same episode over and over again. Number 39. Jelinek also never intended for the show to get as weird as it's gotten, but over time, he embraced it. He slowly realized that the show just naturally feels it should be bizarre and over the top at times, which is almost the opposite tone of the original Teen Titans. Number 40. The show does get pretty weird at times, but there is a limit of how far it'll go. Jelinek wants anything that happens in the show to have some type of grounded element to it, so that it can still be somewhat believable, even if it's incredibly silly. Number 41. The show is not meant to have any connection with the original series. In fact, Horvath feels the show is more like fan fiction to the Teen Titans characters as a whole. Number 42. The show has no connection, to the point where producer Pete McHale feels that however long the series goes on, it'll just feel like one long season. He admits that the end of each season may have a special episode, but he just sees the show as one long string of episodes. Number 43. The change in art style and shorter episodes has allowed for a more productive release schedule. As of now, there hasn't been a delayed episode in any season. Number 44. Though they've never been delayed, it still does take a long time to make one episode. On average, it takes about 9 months to complete an entire episode of Teen Titans Go. Number 45. Despite the changes in art direction and humor, one thing that stayed the same were the character actors. Jelinek loves a lot of characters in the original Teen Titans, and whenever they can get the chance, they bring them back and go. They definitely wanted to bring back the original voice cast for the Teen Titans cartoon. Number 46. When developing the characters' relationships for Go, Jelinek wanted to capture the feeling of friends in college. He feels people in college have such different backgrounds and personalities, but yet they all come together to do crazy stuff. Number 47. It was mostly a no-brainer for the actors to come on board. In multiple interviews, each of the cast members have said they all felt like they were part of a family now, and would reprise their roles together in a heartbeat. Number 48. However, there was hesitation with some of the actors when they found out how different the show was going to be. Ultimately, once they started recording more and more episodes, they felt more comfortable with the direction the show was going in. Number 49. The one cast member who had bigger concerns was Menzel. During recording, he would often raise his hand and express that Robin wouldn't say or do these types of things. The producers assured him that this Robin would say or do these types of things. Number 50. Menzel does enjoy the new version of Robin for Go. He acknowledged that it's a huge change in direction from the original Teen Titans Robin, but said that this new direction allows him to challenge himself more as an actor, and even imitate his fellow actors in the show. Number 51. Menzel feels that the voice cast is one big family. He feels fortunate that the cast are good friends, to the point where they hang out outside of work, and have developed a secret chemistry with one another. Number 52. Whenever Menzel reprises his role as Robin, he can't help but always think think about the original Robin, and even stands the same way when recording lines, the way he did for the original series. Aw, Menzel, so precious. Number 53, Beast Boy's own Greg Sipes hopes there will be a docu-series about the way Teen Titans Go is made. He loves the relationships he has with the actors, and would love the chance to be able to record what goes on behind the scenes. Number 54, one reason the chemistry shines so well in the cartoon is the way the voice actors record. A lot of cartoons will have their actors record their lines by themselves, but for every episode of Teen Titans Go, all the voice actors record together in the same booth. Number 55, however, there are some cons to having all the actors record together, since one of them gets distracted easily. Apparently Tara Strong, the voice of Raven, constantly giggles when they record lines, but hey, that just means the jokes are working. Number 56, Tara Strong loves recording with the cast, and praised the way that they record because it allows for the actors to play off one another, and to develop new lines that end up in the final episode. Number 57, when it came to developing the voice of Raven, Tara struggled a bit. She couldn't quite pinpoint the right voice for her in the audition, and it was a last minute idea to give Raven a weird little role in her voice that ultimately got her the gig. Number 58, the producers of the show let the actors have a lot of freedom when recording. They want the actors to embrace their characters and to put their personalities into it. After all, these actors are the defining roles for some of the most popular characters in DC Comics. Number 59, all the actors love who they portray, but some of them have another character they would love to voice as well. For Menzel, if he couldn't voice Robin, he would love to be Beast Boy. Number 60, Sipes would naturally have to choose his best friend in the show. If he could voice anyone else, it would be Cyborg for sure. Number 61, when Sipes was first trying to get the gig of playing Beast Boy, he knew the voice just had to come naturally. He felt that Beast Boy lived in his heart, and that once he channeled that spirit, he would create that voice. Number 62, Peyton loves saying, "Booyah!" too much to be anyone else, but he does admire one specific character. He would be interested in voicing Robin, but he sees how much work Menzel does for voicing him, and is glad to stick to Cyborg instead. Number 63, Peyton actually did voice another superhero in Teen Titans Go. He voiced Zan from the Wonder Twins, and he loved it because he feels that Zan is the lamest superhero ever. Number 64, for Peyton, Teen Titans feels a lot like Scooby-Doo. He hopes the show will continue to see new versions and be relevant to a new generations of kids growing up. You'll always be the booyah in our hearts, Peyton. Number 65, Peyton doesn't feel like there's a divide between the original Cyborg and the Go version of Cyborg. He also said that there will always be a place in his heart for the character, because playing Cyborg was his first acting gig. Aw, this cast. Number 66, apparently, people love to watch Titans when they're snowed in. A huge blizzard occurred on the US East Coast in early 2016, and CNN reported that Teen Titans Go was one of the most viewed on-demand shows during the blizzard's duration. Number 67, Jelinek knows that most animated series don't last very long, but he believes that he figured out the right formula to do so. He believes that cartoons with humor tend to last longer, and the fact that the team embraced Teen Titans and brought back the original cast will lead to the show having a longer shelf life. Number 68, Easter eggs spread throughout the show are often a love letter to fans. Art director Dan Hipp is the most primary culprit when it comes to hiding as many Easter eggs as possible in Teen Titans Go. Number 69, and we're here to check them out. Easter egg time. Well, the first one isn't so much an Easter egg, but rather a nod to actress Tara Strong. In the very first episode, Legendary Sandwich, Raven keeps trying to watch the show Pretty Pretty Pegasus, which is a parody of My Little Pony. Tara Strong just happens to be the voice of Twilight Sparkle, who's the leader of the ponies in My Little Pony. Number 70, in the episode Yearbook Madness, the art department designed the yearbook pages, and some signatures you can catch in the yearbook are that of Dr. Manhattan, Harley Quinn, Joker, and even Haunted Tank himself. Number 71, Hipp had to put a skeleton in the episode Pirates, and the skeleton had to be underwater. So naturally, he put the skeleton of Aquaman in the episode. Aquaman has definitely seen better days. Number 72, everybody loves toys, right? Lil Alfred definitely does. In the episode Return of Slade, toys are seen throughout Alfred's toy shelf. Some of the toys that can be seen are Wonder Woman's invisible jet and Kryptonite Fist, sold by LexCorp. Number 73, sure, it's cool when Batman and Superman fight, but let's face it, we much prefer it when they're best friends. And so does Hipp. In the episode Beastman, the Titans go to a movie theater and a movie poster can be seen in the background for a movie called Dawn of Just Us, which is of course a play on Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. Number 74, Batman's Batcave hosts a plethora of hidden Easter eggs. One of them is called the Evidence Case, which holds a certain, crowbar that may or may not have been used on Robin in the past. Sorry, Jason. It also holds Mr. Freeze's head and Scarface the puppet. Number 75, everyone gets sad, especially Robin when his trusty staff breaks on him. In the episode Staff Meeting, Robin copes with his sadness like anyone else would, by eating ice cream. The ice cream he's eating is owned by none other than Mr. Freeze himself. Number 76, Starfire loves stuffed animals, and it just so happens that some of hers are based on DC Comics heroes and villains. In her room, you can sometimes see stuffed animals that are dressed as Batman, Bane, awkward, Flash, Green Lantern, and Wonder Woman. Number 77, there's one special stuffed animal in Titan's Tower that just can't seem to find a home. A stuffed animal of Martian Manhunter can be seen in the background among the teens' things. Did you notice him? Number 78, it's safe to say that Beast Boy gets confused fairly often. Sometimes when he gets confused, a little question mark happens to pop above his head, and it's none other than the Riddler himself. Number 79. Even Batman gets tired from time to time. In the episode Starfire and Colors of Raven, a DVD cover can be seen that reads The Dark Knight Snoozes, which is a play on the film The Dark Knight Rises. Sleep well, Dark Knight of Gotham. Number 80. Every villain needs to make a living outside of trying to take over the world. Both Gorilla Grodd and Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face, own electronic stores in the Teen Titans Go universe. Number 81. In the episode Thanksgiving, the Batman from the Batman animated series makes a small cameo. Well, sort of. When Robin is talking about Batman, he looks up to the sky and a shot is revealed showing what appears to be the original Batman from the animated series. Number 82. Tim Burton's Batmobile even makes a small appearance in Teen Titans Go. In the second episode, Driver's Ed, Robin crashes a Batmobile that looks similar to the one featured in the 1989 Batman movie. Number 83. Robin is friends with various heroes in the universe's version of Facebook, DCU Book. Some of his friends include Aquaman, Blue Beetle, and Space Ghost. Wish they were my Facebook friends. Number 84. The episode Video Game References is just that. Each Titan is transported into various video games that are parodies of actual video games. Number 85. The first Titan to be sucked into a video game is Starfire. She happens to end up in a video game that is basically The Legend of Zelda. She even meets an old man who tells her it's dangerous to go alone. Yep, try to argue that one. Number 86. The second hero to get transported into a game is Beastboy. He ends up in what appears to be Frogger, and he does his best to cross the road as a frog. Ultimately, he has to go with being a chicken because, you know, chicken, crossing the road. Get it? Number 87. The third Titan to get transported into a game is Raven. She ends up in a version of Pac-Man, and darn it, she's just mad that a circle monster keeps eating all the balls. Number 88. Cyborg is the fourth Titan to end up in a video game, ending up in one called Pie Hunter, which is a play on Spy Hunter, and everyone is out to get him. All Cyborg wants to do is drive safely and obey the traffic laws. Number 89. The last Titan to get sucked into a video game is, of course, Robin. He ends up in what appears to be a parody of Super Mario Bros. He even risks his head to hit a box over and over again to get money. Number 90. In the episode Truth, Justice, and what? The Titans encounter a special breed of turtles. They meet up with none other than the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Kind of. See, they meet turtles who are mutants and love pizza. That's pretty much synonymous with TMNT, right? Number 91. Meeting the turtles is sort of a shout out to voice actor Greg Sipes. Sipes of course voices Beastboy, but he also provides the voice of Michelangelo in the current TMNT series. Turtle and Titan power. Number 92. Teen Titans Go also features some surprise guest stars. One of them was none other than Weird Al Yankovic as the evil Lord Darkseid. Number 93. Peyton was so starstruck by Weird Al and felt that meeting him happened way too quick. So he just so happened to forget some of his lines when recording with Weird Al. And it definitely wasn't because he wanted to spend more time with Al. Nope, not at all. Number 94. Another big time superstar that appeared on Teen Titans Go was none other than NBA athlete LeBron James, playing, well, himself. LeBron's kids are big fans of the show and he was thrilled to be part of it. Number 95. Teen Titans Go has something the original Teen Titans show does not. Comics with the show's interpretation of the characters. There are multiple Teen Titans Go comic books published, while the original sadly never got the comic book treatment. These aren't to be confused with the Teen Titans issues that inspired the shows. Don't worry if it hurts your head a bit. Ours does too. Number 96. The Teen Titans Go comic adaptation was released in December 2013. The first issue was written by Merrill Hagen and Sholly Fish, who are both writers on the TV show as well. Number 97. The comic is still going strong, and it's actually meant to serve as a reflection on the show. The issues are standalone stories and don't have any really continuation, just like the TV series. Number 98. The Titans don't stop at just their own show, they love crossing over as well. The first official crossover to happen was with the team from Young Justice in the episode Let's Get Serious. Number 99. Michael Jelenic wanted to create the episode Let's Get Serious as a sort of response to fan criticism of the show for never being serious. The Titans ultimately end up being over the top serious and become a parody of themselves. Number 100. Jelenic didn't want to insult the Young Justice cartoon, but rather make a statement. He wanted to show that Teen Titans Go is meant to work as a silly show, and that Young Justice is meant to work as a serious show, because that's how they were developed. If you were to change the tone entirely, it just wouldn't make sense. Number 101. A fun challenge for the crossover was having Peyton do multiple voices. In addition to voicing Cyborg, he also voiced Aqualad in Young Justice, so he did both characters in the same episode for the crossover. Number 102. Another crossover that happened was the Titans meeting up with none other than the Powerpuff Girls. Mojo Jojo ends up fleeing to Jump City, the city where the Titans live, and the Powerpuff Girls must prove that they're the better superhero team. Do you agree? Who do you think is better? Number 103. Powerpuff Girls was rebooted in 2016 and featured an all-new voice cast. In the original, Tara Strong was the voice of Bubbles. However, the new voice actors were the ones featured in the Teen Titans Powerpuff Girls crossover. Number 104. Though they didn't plan anything specific for the 100th episode, it's one of Jelenic's favorites. The storyline is that because the Titans are way too loud for her, Raven cuts a magical deal with a creature to wipe out all the sounds in existence. So then the Titans make all the sound effects themselves for everyday movements, like a punching sound or the sound of a door opening. That sounds even louder. Number 105. The actual cast did an acapella musical score for the 100th episode, providing all the various sound effects for the episode. That sounds like a pretty special 100th episode to me. Number 106. Teen Titans Go was nominated twice by the Kids' Choice Award for Favorite Cartoon, and won several categories at the 2014 Behind the Voice Actor Awards People's Choice, including Best Vocal Ensemble in a New Television Series, and Best Female Lead Vocal Performance in a Comedy Musical for both Tara Strong and Hynden Walsh. Number 107. Despite all the criticism and backlash the show may have gotten, there's no stopping what it's become. It has some of the highest ratings on Cartoon Network, and kids across the world love it. As of now, there are 160 episodes aired, and there's no end in sight for the series. Teen Titans Go! Thanks for watching 107 Facts about Teen Titans Go. Which Titan is your favorite? Do you prefer the new series or the old one? Comment below and let us know. We have new videos dropping every week, so let us know which animated film or TV show you want us to cover next. And if you'd like getting more from your cartoons, subscribe to Channel Frederator, your cartoon central on the internet.